critique enhances your growth mindset. It builds rapport in the classroom and it creates a socially and emotionally acceptable class. Does anybody have any questions?
Should you give negative critique first or the good critique first? Or what, is that a personal preference thing? Is there a certain way to do it?
To me, deeper learning executes all the 21st century skills. It kind of prepares our students for a competitive global workforce, so they have to know basically how to identify a problem, create solutions, communicate with peers, show leadership to execute that solution they may have come up with, to reflect, which is a huge piece on reflecting on their learning for future growth.
There's 4 news articles that I'm going to show you about Target's bathroom policy with trans people. And I need you guys to write either 3 to 5 bulletin points on people who are for it and people who are against it and kind of the reasons why.
For me as a student, having this deeper learning and this project-based work, it makes me feel a lot more responsible for what I'm doing, and it hasn't been all teacher lectures. It's been me problem solving on my own and researching on my own, and so that is what creates my work and projects. And so I feel a lot of motivation to make that be as best as it can be, because it is a true reflection of the work I am capable of as a student.
And that's a change in education. It is very much a inquiry-based. It's the teacher is the facilitator of learning. Yes, I have the information, but me knowing it doesn't mean that you know it. And so I'm going to help guide you along your path.
So just rephrase, say, hey, Becca and Ashley, you guys are usually very strongly opinionated. We haven't heard from you yet today. So think about your general phrasing, okay?
And so it brings all those components into your classroom in an individualized way where they can pick their own project, they get engaged, they get energized, but at the same time you're teaching them those key concepts that they need to be successful in college and career and military.
So who would like to start out either talking about the video or the article, something that sparked your interest or something that got you a little heated inside?
For Paige, it was a really close topic. Her micro-credential was on belonging in the classroom. So she chose a hot topic right now, which is transgender bathrooms in schools, and began to show how we report it in our communities, how does the outside community feel, but then brought it home to the students and asked, what would you do if this happened in your school?
Younger kids are going to be confused by this, and I know, even to me it's confusing because it's I don't understand what they're feeling.
So many times we throw teachers into the mix with an empty toolbox and say, go be a teacher. And then the traditional model is you're going to go to workshops or seminars or conferences, and then we expect that somehow innately those toolboxes are going to be filled with tools. And this process, this micro-credentialing process, is a much more effective way of filling that toolbox with those tools that teacher needs to be successful, and gives them a way to demonstrate, I have acquired these skills.
Transgender people are most targeted for sexual assault. And I think we as people who are not transgender or have any experience with that, we're taking this as a harm to us when I think it's more of a harm to them.
I wanted to make sure that they knew that they were accepted and that people cared about their views and that they shouldn't have to fear it. If your students don't feel comfortable with you or their peers, they aren't going to learn to their full potential. They aren't going to take the time to really express who they are and get that higher level thinking.